You're so childish.
Oh my god, Trey, you're so childish. Damn, bro, you play way too much. Chill out.
Welcome to another episode of Grown But Childish, the podcast that you love to hate because you just can't stop laughing at me. This podcast offers diverse perspectives and unique insights on relationships, emotional intelligence, and life goals. I'm your host, Mr. Childish Trey, aka Dr. Love, aka Mr. Get That, aka Coach Trey. In this podcast, we dive into the fascinating world of relationships, exploring romantic entanglements, friendships, and the complexities of family dynamics. But we won't stop there. We'll also tackle other important topics too.
Woo! All right. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Gotta come back. All right. Start over. Welcome back, you guys. We're in another episode of Grown But Childish. It's your favorite person you love to hate, person you just love to love and just be around. I'm gonna make your day today. Um, but let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? What happened? Why we ain't been around? Why we, haven't posted in a while? Well, I got the answers. The answer is none of your business, nigga. Nah, I'm just joking. So the reason why we stopped recording is a lot of reasons. You know, life has been lifing. Just a bunch of stuff been going on. So I am double recording. So for my people watching on TikTok, we are also premiering on, well, not premiering, but we're also showing on YouTube. So go to grownbutchildish.com, grownbutchildish.youtube.com, and you'll be able to see a lot more from there. Yeah. So we do have a special guest. As soon as she gets in, we're going to get this shit started, even more than what we're about to do now. So there is going to be 3 parts. I am doing one for today, which is a title I'll come up with later for this episode. But we will also come up with a title for our Valentine's episode. We're going to do 2 parts, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because the simple fact that there's 2 different Valentine's Day. I didn't even know that. So apparently, there's a Valentine's Day for side chicks and side niggas, respect. And there's the Valentine's Day for your main piece. Now, some people celebrate both, some people don't. It just depends on how committed you are in your relationship. I don't judge. That's not what I'm here to do. This is a safe space for all my committed people and all my 304s. Yeah. Yeah, I know I did 5, but that was because of, old boy from the 5th floor. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's on you. Yeah, so I'm your host, Childish Trey. We're going to be talking about a couple of things today. Let's get it started. So we're going to start with my favorite part of the show. We call it Grown and Embarrassing. The reason why I do that is because it just gets all the funny stuff out the way. Best thing about it is, you know, we grow up and we have all these embarrassing stories that we never tell anybody. Well, you don't know me and I don't know you. So make it easier on me to just tell you all my dirty business and kind of, you know, take it from there. So yeah. So let's see. My grown embarrassing. I wrote down something, but think I want to say that for Valentine's Day because it goes with more so my Valentine's idea. So I think I'm gonna do something else. Let's see. I want to do. You know what? We'll come back to that. We'll do our grown embarrassing later. Because I feel like just with another person, it'll be so much better for other people to tell their stories, and then for me to tell mine. Generally, how it works. So I want to start off with, right? What are we watching? So again, if you're on YouTube, you can see all the little things that I'm doing on my streaming device, which basically tells you, you know, it just pulls up a little banner. But eventually on this TikTok thing, I'll figure it out and we'll go from there. Now, what are we watching? So we are watching lately. It's two things. One was a movie called Suburbia. I don't know if you've seen it. If you have, cool. You know what I'm about to get at. If you haven't, boy, woo. Okay. All right. So Suburbia is. I'm terrible at describing stuff, so I'm gonna do the best I can. Suburbia is in the future. You have AI robots, and so these AI robots can essentially clean. They can take care of basically anything an AI can do for you, physically, in real time. So essentially, this guy, without doing any spoilers, essentially this guy goes and get a robot. Let me do something. Oh, okay, cool. So essentially, this guy goes and gets an AI robot, and come on, why is it not doing it? Okay, this dude. So the dude goes against a AI robot, and his wife is in what's it called? She's in the hospital. She's in the hospital for like 6 months. She's on a life or death thing. Now, I have done a poll for this movie. I've gone to 4 different places so far. I've talked to men and women. Always the same answer between both genders, and it's crazy. So essentially, the guy gets the AI robot. The robot is trying to be helpful in every way possible. If you haven't seen it, it's called The Suburbia on Netflix. Watch it. It's so good, right? So the guy gets the robot, and essentially he ends up smashing the robot. Now, before you women start getting upset, like, what is smash the robot, blah, blah, blah. Just think about it, right? The guy's wife, right, is in the hospital, life or death. Like, she needs a new heart. She's been waiting for like 6 months right now. I don't know the exact time frame. I wasn't paying that much attention, but she was waiting for a really long time for a heart. Yes, be loyal. Hold your woman down. That is your bae. That is your boo. Hold her down, right? But at the end of the day, doesn't a person's needs count? Shouldn't we care about a person in need? Yes, right? Now, it does sound a little selfish and from looking outwards, right? However, look at it from his perspective. He didn't want to do it. What ended up happening, spoilers, what ended up happening is the robot convinced him to do it. Now, I know the ladies, I'm trying not to give y'all too many spoilers. I don't want to ruin the movie for you. But the robot ends up, with the wife's permission, by the way, spoiler, with the wife's permission, ends up realizing that he's all pent up. He can't focus. He's not getting stuff done, blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, let me help you. Let me be there for you. Like every man would want a woman, right? Right? Yes. So he's like, no, he keeps on her and everything, right? And she's not taking the hint because she's a robot and her main duty is to take care of the guy, her master, her owner, so on and so forth. It's such a touchy subject. So in any case, he ended up smashing the robot, and the robot went crazy, essentially. So here's the question for the audience, right? If your husband or your wife, because we're not hypocrites here, we're a diverse community of grown and childish people. If your wife or husband in the near future are on their deathbeds and you had an AI robot, and it's been like 6 months, it's been like close to a year. Now, there are what's the word? Exceptions to the rule, right? And the exception is you could always wait. Yes, people can wait as long as they can. Some people can wait longer, some people can't wait, right? So don't judge them for, you know, the willpower, right? However, he ends up smashing the robot. Robot goes crazy. Would you be mad if your significant other smashed the robot while you were on your deathbed? Deathbed, like you are out, you are almost out for the count. You are left eye seeing the white light, right eye you still see that nigga, right? Would you? Now, the things that I got from people was essentially the women would only be upset. And again, I took a poll. I asked a lot of women and I asked a lot of dudes, how would they feel? The women are upset because the AI robot is played by Megan Fox. Megan Fox is fine as hell. However, the robot has a face. That's what makes women upset. And the probability that the man would leave them, which is understandable, very understandable, right? Now for the guys are a little iffy. They're like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind. I would rather it be a robot than a real person, you know, a real man, you know, bumping and grinding with my lady, right? Understandable, very understandable. However, the issue becomes with the women, you're upset that he's smashing a robot, but would you be upset if he was smashing a sex toy, an X toy, a toy, right? And on the other hand, you guys have the same kind of toy, just without a face. You have the little machine that, you know, does the thing. And yeah, so is it just the face that you're upset about? Again, lots of women said it's the face. So I don't know. That's something for y'all to think about. Very crazy. Very, very crazy. Now, me personally, and I told my lady this, if I had a robot and it was female and I paid a lot of money, this sounds bad, but really it's, you know, it's the truth. I would smash the robot. Yes, very much so. I would bust down on the robot. Now, not consistently, but enough. I would do it enough because a couple things, right? I'm paying a house note on this robot, right? And then second thing is Like the robot wants to please me, and this will please me, and I want to be pleased. So why is it a big deal for me to do that? Whatever. I'm just a guy, right? But I would let my lady get a male robot if the option was, if the only availability was a male robot, then cool. But more than likely, I'm gonna get the female robot, and she's just gonna have to put up with it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. She can have a male robot if we ended up getting a male robot, and that was the only availability, and the female robot wasn't available. But we're not hypocrites. We're not gonna do that. Now, second scenario, right? I watched this other movie. It's on Tubi. Tubi be having good, like, what is it called? Blackbuster movies, right? And so I watched the second movie. It's called An Offer You Can't Refuse. Look it up, watch it. It's a good watch. I give it a good 7 out of 10 just for good storyline, keeps you interested, things like that. So, go check it out. Definitely. Now, let's see. What ended up happening in the movie? So essentially, this lady's man is in prison, right? So she ends up working at this bar for a little while, doing her thing. She bad bill, Coke bottle figure, blah blah blah, right? And the owner, who's a known drug dealer, who owns the restaurant, is like peeping shorty out. He's like, hey, when you know your man's down, when you gonna let me, be what it is. So he's trying everything. He's like, hey, I needs that. I wants that. I see you. I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do that the hard way. And he meant that shit. And I'm gonna tell you why he meant that shit. Because essentially, without any spoilers, till the end of the movie, this man was bagging this girl. He was bagging her, right? Which is crazy. So what ended up happening is the guy gets out of prison. I guess he knew the owner from way back, right? And so he's like, hey, front me a spot and I can go push that product for you. And, I'll pay you as I go. He was like, all right, I'll front it to you. But he said, I want my money on time. I don't care how long we known each other, but I want my paper on time. Hey, that's a real G right there. Now, oh boy, like, I got you. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Now, if you watch a lot of movies, you like, something gonna happen where he ain't gonna get this man his money on time. So essentially, eventually they gonna clash and go to war, or end up getting knocked out, things like that, right? But that's not what happened. No spoilers. So, oh boy ends up getting robbed at some point, and he was like, all right, I don't care what happened, but I need my money. Where's my moolah? Muy dinero, right? And oh boy was like, man, just give me till Friday. I got you. Just give me till Friday. He's like, nah, you got 48 hours. 48 hours or it's on and popping. He was like, on and popping? Don't threaten me, my G. He was like, all right. 48 hours or one night with your girl. What? So old boy owed him 50 G's. He was like, look, I'll squash whatever you owe me. and I'll add another 50 G's on top of that. He was like, nah, man, I'll take that 48 hours. So he went home. He's stressing because he know he ain't gonna get that money in 48 hours. He said Friday. That's when he knew next payday was gonna be, right? So he was like, all right, 48 hours. Man, 24 hours go by. Oh boy, sweating. He's sweating, right? And so he like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, blah, blah, right? And so he ends up talking to his girls like, hey, like I'm in a bind. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he tells her everything. He's like, yeah, I owe him 50 G's. They robbed me. And he said I only had 48 hours. That was 24 hours ago. Or he spends the night with you and he'll also throw in 50 G's if he gets to spend the night. What? She was like, what? No. You know how many times I done curved that nigga? And now you want me to go back? But what I really respect about this girl, almost to the end, she was loyal. She was down. Like, she was like, you my man. And I'm gonna do whatever to hold this shit down, right? Cool. So then I forgot the movie, but at some point she ends up doing it, right? And so essentially, they ended up having their night. He was like, she was still uncomfortable. She was like, you know, I really don't want to be here. But I'm here because you know why. And he was like, hey, you know, this only works if we both enjoy it. So he, you know, gives her something to sip on, stuff like that. And then they start, you know, getting in it. And like the whole time, you know, you could tell like she wasn't really enjoying it or whatever, right? So, you know, they ended up blah, blah, blah. He leaves the 50 G's the next day. And throughout the night, her man, like, I guess he took a nap. But throughout the night, he woke up and he was like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? That's my girl. He starts crashing out. So he starts blowing up her phone. She not answering. Oh my God. I felt his pain because I was like, boy, last thing you want to do, especially when you know your girl's out doing her, is call her. Because if she don't answer, you know what's going on. Oh my God. Pray for that brother, man. Pray for him. So he's sitting there crashing out. He regrets his choices, stuff like that. But he had to see it through, my boy. Right? So essentially, some other stuff comes out later on down the line, and him, I don't want to tell you no spoiler. But the reason why I told you this story again is because of the fact that would you, if your man or your woman owed a debt, I say 50 G's, right? 50 kilos, right? 50 bands. And the only way to get out of that debt was to allow them to sleep with someone else, would you do it? Would that be something you'd be willing to do? Me, I couldn't live with myself. It would be up to her. It would be her decision for me, right? But I know I couldn't live with myself. And that's how old boy was. Like, after the fact, he was like, I don't want to see you. Nigga, this was your decision, and you told me to do it. Right? So you have no problem. You have no reason to be upset. You got us in a situation. I had to get us out. Blah, blah. Toughen up, my boy. Let it go. Right? But if I was put in that position, I would just essentially like just go ahead and take my ass whooping. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sleep if I knew that my girl was out there busting it open for some other dude, I couldn't do it. I'd be ready to jump. Someone have to pull me because I'd be ready to jump somewhere. Like, I couldn't do it. But hey, let me know in the comments what you would do if you was put in that situation. Would you allow your significant other to sleep with someone else to take away a considerable debt to someone? Let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna go to the next segment. I have a couple of topics here. Now it's January 26th, or is it 27th? Is my date wrong? It's the 26th. Okay, so it's January 26th. I didn't get to do my New Year's resolution with you guys. So I'm gonna do it now. And this one I want to call things we are leaving in 2024, right? And hey, jump in the comments, tell me what you're gonna be leaving in 2024. I'm gonna tell you mine and what I think other people should be leaving in 2024. First thing is bad debt. I mean, sorry, not bad debt. Bad credit. Definitely gotta leave that in 2024. There should be no reason why your credit's still bad with all the stuff we can do now to get our credit right, to move on to better things. Now, if your credit is not right and you just can't get it right and it's just a hassle, hit your boy up. I will help you out for a small fee, of course. But again, want to leave bad debt in 2024. Another thing. This is a big one. And it's gonna cause an uproar, right? Cheating and getting caught cheating, right? So that's two things, 2 in 1. Let's leave cheating in 2024, and if you're going to cheat, let's leave getting caught cheating in 2024. I get so tired of. I really don't. I like being in people's business. It'd be so many people in their cheating and got caught stories. Like I saw on Twitter this one day, this dude was in the restroom smashing girl. He was smashing girl, and I guess it was her best friend or whatever, but his girl ends up coming home or something, and she busts open the door. She kicked that boy in like she was SWAT and started wailing on girl. Like, what you going after her? Whoop his ass. Hey, but that, that's everybody else's decision. After she got done, they had a conversation. He was like, why are you home early from work? Like, why are you home early from work? What's wrong with you? Same thing happened with this other couple. This girl was in the living. Again, I was watching on Twitter. This girl was in the living room smashing another girl. Now, me personally, with my girl, if you sleeping with another girl, I don't consider it cheating. Under two things, right? So only 2 ways that I wouldn't be upset. both. Okay, hold on. Both things are under one. If I can either watch or join, it's not cheating at that point, right? Now, two. Okay, there's no two. There's only one. Watch or join. Yeah, I don't think that's cheating. But oh boy was crashing out. He was like, "What? What the hell is going on under the sheets in my home?" And she was like, "Baby, let me explain." I can't sing. I don't know the words to the song, but y'all get what I was talking about. And he was like, "Nah, what? I don't want to hear nothing." And so she steady trying to push the girl, and she's trying to cover her up and stuff. And so she sat on the couch, and she's like, "What are you doing home? What are you doing home? You're home from work early. Why are you always doing it while they at work? Can we go to work in peace and come home in peace? Can we? Can we? No. All right. So yeah, that was crazy to me. Dang, y'all made me forget what my topic was. Oh, cheating and getting caught. So I ended up finding some threads on Twitter in regards to cheating. And I thought oh, hold on. No, that one wasn't due to cheating. That's for my Valentine's Day one. But yeah, so we're leaving cheating and getting caught in 2024. The next thing is, and it's kind of like a sub to my original point. And I've always wondered this: why do people get mean to you? Why do people get mean and aggravated to their significant other when they're cheating? I can account for that. If I'm cheating, I'm aggravated because look, first of all, this girl on my phone is talking shit. Now you're talking shit. I'm getting talked shit to by two different people. Leave me alone, right? It's crazy, right? So I can understand that point why that person's upset, or your significant other or your side chick or a side dude is like, they're not acting right. They're not staying in their lane. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I am upset. I am upset that things are not working the way they should be working right now. Leave me alone, right? So that's one thing. Another thing I think that people should leave in 2024, and that I'm leaving in 2024. Actually, I never brought it into 2024, but something everybody should leave is stop asking a person that you're dating, what is your body count? Why? Why are we asking that? Why do you care what her body count is? Or his body? Actually, I get a lot less people that says what a man's body count is versus men asking what a woman's body count is. Now, if you're the type of person that is, I want a woman who is has only been with me, only be with me, that's great. That's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. And then on top of that, there's nothing wrong with having a mid to high body count. For some people, everybody has something for somebody. And sorry. There's something for everybody, right? So yeah, stop asking for people's body count. Now I heard there's one person saying about people who ask other people about body counts is don't ask unless you are one. I think I might be summarizing, but don't ask a girl's body count unless you are one, or else you will never become one. Right? Now, let's dive into that a little bit deeper. What do you consider a body? Right? Is it a body when you actually have sex and y'all have intercourse, right? Or is it a body if y'all have any kind of interaction with each other, right? So it's definitely a question. Some people in the comments say it's a body. Let's see. At Stallion, the goddess says, if they touch you, it's a body. Okay. If they touch you, it's a body. So, hey. Now, is that sexually if they touch you? Let me know. Because if it's just regular touching, you got a billion bodies. Because, you're giving hugs out, high fives, stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's see. What else? So, we talked about asking about body count. So, let's stop asking that. It doesn't matter. Another thing someone said on another podcast that I listened to is shit. Oh, a lot of guys who want amazing sex from a woman with low body counts, but that's not realistic because women who essentially practice give the best interactions. I believe that wholeheartedly. At very least, have like 5 bodies. 5 bodies, and you're pretty experienced, in my opinion. I don't know. I never tested it, never, did a scientific survey on it or anything like that. But I would just think, not everybody has the same interaction, so at least you learn something from somebody that you can give to somebody else. But hey, to each their own. So another thing we're leaving in 2024 is, and this is a big one, you guys. And this is mainly towards my fellas, my dudes. Like, come on, bro. Not having a my chart when you're meeting women, not having a my chart, and then to stack onto that, if you have a my chart, let's have an updated one. I don't want to see, and I have seen this from women. I don't want to see your my chart and you're showing me results from 2022 and we're in 2024. Come back in 2 to 3 weeks, and I need an updated one. I gotta go. See you later. Can't do it. And don't let these dudes lie to you talking about, oh, I ain't got no service right now, so I can't pull it up. I got the Wi-Fi. Pull up that Wi-Fi. Let them see that Wi-Fi. Because, hey, we want to be safe out there when we're doing our thing dizzle. Yeah. All right. On to our next segment. Now, I have a question. And I was watching what's it called? I was watching a show called Grey's Anatomy. Let me know if you've seen it, heard it. Cool. So I watched the show, and one of the episodes, this person kept falling asleep, and she made her way all the way to the coroner's office. And right before he had the saw to cut open her head, she woke up. What? Zombie, two to the head, right? At least that would be my reaction. This is what I want to know. What if, and don't judge me, what if Jesus had narcolepsy? Let me explain, right? Because I was just thinking, right? Wait a second. Let me explain before y'all pin me to a cross. What if Jesus had narcolepsy? And oh boy, right, was sitting in the tomb, and essentially everybody thought he died, but he just woke up from a long nap, like a 3-day nap. You think that's possible? How long does narcolepsy last? Right. Because he got up after 3 days, and everybody saw him essentially walking around, and that would essentially mean that before it became a symptom, that he probably had narcolepsy. A get out of jail free card, essentially. No puns intended. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I was just thinking about that one random day. Like, what if he had narcolepsy? All right. So here we go with the grown and embarrassing. Now, again, don't judge me. I'm just a guy, right? So one day I went to work, right? I was probably like around 17, 18, and I went to work. Great day. Was, feeling good about myself. I was like, hey, made that money, right? And at this time, I was still living with my parents. And so my mom, I come home, and, I'm high-fiving everybody like, hey, we had another good day. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. We getting it, right? And so I get home, and my mom and my stepdad at the time is like looking at me, and I'm like, what y'all looking at? Like, what's up? Like, we about to squabble? Like, what's up? Like, tell me how you really feel right now. And so they were like, and they were sitting in the kitchen, right? And so I was, dang. So, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once, so it's not working out like I would hope that it's working out. So they're like, we need to talk to you. I was like, all right, what's up? What did I do? It wasn't me. It was my sisters, blah, blah. And it was like, it's not time to, make jokes, Jalil. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, what's up? And he was like, Jalil, we had this discussion with you before about being more responsible in life. And we feel as though you don't understand what that is. And I was like, Mom, you tripping. Like, what's wrong with you? What's to you, my boy or my girl? What's to you, right? And she was like, your sisters brought to our attention that you had some things in your room that you shouldn't. And the way that they were able to find these things is not okay for a young man. And I was like, what are you talking about? There's nothing in my room, especially for you to find, right? And she was like, and so my dad took over because she was taking too long to explain to me. She was like, he was like, your sisters found your collection of bootleg movies. And the way I shitted myself when they said that, because I know I'm in trouble. And honestly, I don't know why I was in trouble, because it's a healthy thing to do. But I think it was more so like, y'all found my collection, and my sister saw it. They're like 15. Well, one at the time was like, no, like one was like 12, another one was like probably like 7 or something like that. And I was shitting myself, peeing, shitting. I felt sick, and he was like, yeah, your sister came to me and was like, Dad, I found this movie with some guy spitting in this girl's mouth on the cover. He was like, what? You found what? At least that's what I thought he would say. And I was like, spitting in some, I don't have no movies like that. And then I thought about it, and he showed me the movie. He was like, yeah, you don't have no movie like that. He showed me the movie cover, and I was like, oh, okay. She didn't know what the substance was that was over the lady's facial area, right? So I couldn't help but laugh, because I was like, Daddy, that's not spit. He was like, boy, I know that's not no fucking spit. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to think about that, why you would know that. So he was like, they're traumatized, right? And I was like, why are they traumatized? I was like, first of all, what the hell are they doing in my room underneath my desk, in the cubby hole of my desk? That's where I hid all my movies. They were like, no, they said you had it laying all out. I was like, first of all, I didn't watch no movies last night, so I didn't have it all laying all out. They were in my room when my door was closed and under my desk. So at some point, they must have saw me, because that's where I hid all my stuff, my money, everything. At some point, they must have saw me go into my room, go underneath my desk in the cubby hole, and pull something out, and just like, oh, what else does he have under there? I don't understand why. I don't. Why are you in my room? This is what happens when you go in your room. You ever went in your parents' room and found something that you should have found? I went into I'm nosy, and I've done it twice in my life, where I went into my the second time was I went into my mother-in-law's house at the time, my mother-in-law's house, and she had us clean up her house, and I was mounting TVs or whatever around her house and stuff like that. And I was trying to help her clean up, so I was putting stuff in her dressers. And I found her toy. I was like, oh no, Not my mother-in-law. Not her. Anybody but her. And then the first time I found something was actually with my mom. And I don't think she remembers me finding it. She was there. She was right there. And I don't remember what she said, but as I got older and like these memories just come back for some reason, I ended up seeing her her wand. So it's like I'm pretty sure you guys know what a wand is. If you don't know, look it up. But this was an older generation wand, like an older generation wand. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a back massager or some kind of massager. I didn't know it was the massager, right? And what's it called? I was playing around in her room. I think I was like 9 or so, and she's sitting on the top of her bed. And I was like, I was doing something, and it was at the foot of her bed, underneath her bed. So at some point, I got like under the bed or saw under the bed, and I picked it up. I picked it up, and it started buzzing. Now I probably hit something that made it start buzzing, but all I remember is it started buzzing. And like it was like fast. It was like right. And me being a kid and curious, I was like, oh yeah, right. And my mom was not paying attention to me. Terrible parenting on her part. Terrible parenting on her part. I ended up putting it on my cheek. I was like, and so I started making the noise, right? And I know she said something. I know she cussed me out, but she said something, and I ended up having to go wash my face. I didn't understand why until now. So yeah, I got my mom's coochie on my face when I was like 9 or 10, unintentionally. So yeah, that's my grown and embarrassing. Okay. So I did another poll, right? And I did some more research. Sorry, not a poll. I did some more research, and I wanted to get a lot of people's opinion on the certain subject, and I ended up finding it eventually, right? So bear with me, right? All right. So I found this girl on Twitter. Her name is Mide Heart, or my day, something like that. And she asked a lot of people, and she said, men were asked, so this was from a man's point of view, what would you like all women to stop doing immediately as of right now? So all the men in the world was like, bet. I know the answer to your question. You don't got to ask it twice because I already had the answer on deck, right? And so one person, his name is Michael. He said, when we say you look beautiful today, we aren't saying you don't look beautiful on any other day. We are just saying you look exceptionally beautiful today. Take it as a goddamn compliment. End quote. Yes. Take it as a compliment. Stop making it difficult. You beautiful. I tell you every day you're beautiful. Just because I say it today doesn't mean you wasn't beautiful yesterday. Doesn't mean you're not going to be beautiful tomorrow. Take the compliment. All right. I digress. All right. So this is from Zero Black. Not all women, of course, but I think women should stop hitting men. Slapping, kicking, punching, etc., etc. I feel some women feel it is a right that they have because we're bigger, stronger, tougher, whatever. We should be able to defend ourselves if you hit us. You shouldn't be able to get off scot-free after assaulting someone, no matter their size, race, or gender. The Solange and Jay-Z thing is, did I say her name right? I don't think I said her name right. The Solange and Jay-Z thing is ridiculous, but yet a perfect example of a double standard. Now, I was always taught I don't put my hands on women. I don't like to see or hear when other men put their hands on women. I don't think in no shape or form should you put your hands on women. I also believe that women should not put their hands on anybody else. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. Firm believer on that. Now, oh, somebody wants to co-host. Okay, yeah, come on. Now, hello, how are you? I can't hear you. What's that? There we go. I'm doing good. So we're talking about a couple of things. What would you like all women to stop doing immediately? Oh, somebody else want to join. What would you like to do? What would men like to do? Like women to stop doing immediately as of right now. So this guy said that he wants people to stop. He wants women to stop beating up on men. Essentially, I think this dude been getting beat up. He's been getting his shit rocked for a minute. Because he definitely had something to say, and he felt connected with Solange. Is that her name? Solange, Beyonce's sister.
Solange, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. So, but Solange and Jay-Z. Now, Solange whooped his ass. I don't be paying attention like that. I just remember him getting his butt kicked by Beyonce's sister. That's all I remember. I think he probably deserved it. However, I don't think it's right. Right? It's just a double standard. It's a double standard. What do you think?
I think that men needs to stop being. They need to stop being so soft.
Oh, okay. You be kicking niggas ass, huh? You
No, I don't touch nobody.
yo you what do you
I don't use my hands to fight.
what
I
do
don't need
what do you use?
my brain.
Battles of the mind. I like that. Okay.
Doesn't take much.
The men you be dealing with?
The weak-minded.
Okay.
I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about in life.
Hold on, sorry. Live wants me to do some weird thing. Okay, there we go. We're back. Say that one more time.
I was saying that it's easy to manipulate someone.
It can be, depending on who you're trying to manipulate.
I don't want to manipulate anyone, but if I wanted to, I could. That's what I'm trying to say.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, let's go on to the next one. Are you ready? All right. So this is from. He used a different term, but this is from Penis Face Rage O Lot. If I call you pretty, I freaking mean it. Don't give me that thanks, but I'm not crap. Do you do that?
You even have the beholder.
It is.
But I'm looking at myself and I don't feel pretty, and you call me pretty. It's like what? So bad.
I will not. If I call you pretty, you're going to accept it and be quiet. You're going to say, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't feeling up to it today, but hey, thank you. I needed to hear that. Whoa. Whoa.
I gotta do what you say.
Not slave, but there's a thing about common decency. My job as your man is to say, you look beautiful today. You look pretty. Even when you feel like you don't, it's okay. But when I say that,
Don't
no.
whatever you say and shove it down my throat.
No, I'm not shoving it down your throat. At least not my words. What I am telling you is that you look pretty. I like it. I like it when you smile. All you gotta say, without the smart comments, is thank you, honey. I appreciate you. Not fuck out of here, fuck boy. I don't want to hear none of that shit today.
Honey, but just 'cause that's not the term, but
I understand that.
yeah, I mean, some people don't know how to take compliments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You have to know how to talk to individuals, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know your mom,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're different. You're not going to talk the same way that you talk to your mom, to your sister, let's say, or whatever, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
whoever you're dating to get to know them and see what they like. If this person has been through a lot and maybe she just got out of an abusive relationship or whatever, you know, maybe she's on some healing, but if she doesn't know how to take a compliment, like you calling her pretty might be pointless. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no. That is definitely understandable. That is definitely understandable. However, in a relationship, there's a give and there's a take. I will give you something and you take it, or you will give me something and I take it. There's also a thing of compromise when you what's it called? When you care about some people, when you care about somebody, you do selfless acts against your what you want in that moment for yourself for the other person. So, with that being said, just as much as I should know you and say, oh, she doesn't accept compliments well. She doesn't believe them. She's a little pessimistic, or she's a little of a realist, or she's just a jerk and don't want to hear my compliments. Cool. You know, I take that. But guess what? I'm also the type of man that is going to give you compliments whether you want to hear them or not. And even though I know, I let you talk. Even though I know you don't like compliments, I'm still going to give you that compliment every once in a while because that is the type of man that you decided you wanted to be in a relationship with, right?
Selfish kind,
How's that selfish?
because you're shoving it and I don't want it. Why are you shoving it?
First of all, I told you before, I don't shove nothing.
No, but you forcing it. You literally just said, I'm gonna give you compliments even if you don't want them. Why would you give me something I don't want?
Because
Just tell me
there's
that.
there's a oh, sorry, go ahead. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I'm like for real, like
Uh-huh.
jokes aside, actually. I had somebody tell me once, being fair is not giving everyone the same thing; it's giving everyone what they need.
Mm-hmm.
So one person might need compliments, the other person might not. Maybe this person is very confident and they don't really want compliments, and it's just not the same to them. Or like you said, like somebody cannot take compliments. They never maybe didn't give anyone, or they have low self-esteem. You know, it just depends. So why are you going to force something that they don't want? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. So we never want to. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying show them a different way.
Yeah. So we never want to force anybody to do anything, right? However, it becomes more so, I'm not forcing you to take my compliment. I'm saying that, yes, I am going to give you the compliment. You can take it or not take it. That's totally your choice. And I understand that you, as my girl, as someone I know and have loved and understand by this point, that you do not take compliments well. But at the end of the day, if my nature is to give compliments, I can give you one and increase your self-esteem eventually. Right? Now, if
don't expect a certain reaction.
No, yeah. I mean,
give compliments, of course. We love, and she's eventually, like you said, at first she might be like, yeah, babe, like whatever, I'm not that pretty or whatever. But you show that girl consistency that she hasn't seen before. Yes, eventually she'll be like, thanks, babe.
Exactly. Thank you. Say thank you when I give you a compliment. That's all I want. I don't want.
Don't make it a fight.
It doesn't have to be a fight.
You know what I'm saying? If you give her a compliment and you're expecting thanks, babe, but you didn't get the thanks, babe, then don't get, like you said, continue giving compliments just because that person might not be ready to take it, but they will one day.
Yeah.
Hey,
look at us. Look at us agreeing. So I thought we were about to fight for a second, but you know, I got you. All right. So we go.
Expect me to say thanks, babe, when you give compliment if I don't know how to say compliment.
Yeah, that's true, and it goes back to the simple fact that I'm pretty sure you know what the 5 love languages are, right? So just as much as I have 5 love languages, and you have 5 love languages that you receive, there's also love languages of how you give, right? And so my love language to give is words of affirmation. I love to secure and what is the other word? I'm thinking of it. Like provide reassurance. There we go. Yeah. Reassurance. So I want to provide reassurance to you, all that kind of stuff, right? Now, if we got another person. So if I am constantly giving you conversations, hi, how are you? All right, so let me finish arguing with her real quick, and then we'll jump you into it. So if I continue to give you compliments, I would say the common decency or the compromise or how a relationship should work is eventually say thank you. Just with anything in life, you want to be appreciated. That's not even a love language. You just want to be appreciated. Everybody wants to be appreciated, right? Cool. I'm gonna let it go. All right. How you doing? I didn't see your name, Val.
That's cool. You're good with that.
Okay, Val. All right, nice to meet you. I'm Childish Trey. You guys, I'm doing good. You guys are being a part of my podcast right now. It is the growing podcast in the Dallas Metroplex. Where you guys from? I mean, where you guys at right now?
Houston.
Woo! Florida. Ooh, okay. Y'all doing the nasty things on them beaches out there. Don't worry, I'll be coming out there and do the same thing. So right now, Ms. Val, we are talking through a thread that I found on Twitter. It's a man's perspective, and they are saying, what would you like all women to stop doing immediately as of right now, right? So men want this stuff to stop. They all came together, every man in the world, they already knew the answers. They want it to stop. What's up?
Sorry, I'm gonna go, but y'all talk, okay?
Yes, ma'am. See you later. Oh, battles? What's battles?
Yeah, we're doing battles right now.
What are battles? It's a TikTok thing?
You ever done like live battles before?
What are those?
Just basically people come in, give you gifts and stuff like that. See who wins, taps up the screen.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so here's one. It says, stop treating sex as something you let us do to you. Either want it to or fuck off. How you feel about that? She didn't want to talk about it. That's crazy. So that's one thing. Let's see what else. A dude called the Rude Bot said, please don't tell me it's weird to have girls as friends when 80% of your friends are guys. And then you go cheat on me with those 82% of friends. Fuck you, Riley. Yeah, that came from the heart. I'm sorry, the Rude Bot. Sorry that happened to you. Yeah, me personally, I don't mind if my girl has guy friends. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I told her that if she has a guy friend, then she can't be my girl anymore. Simple as that. I don't care. It is what it is. Whatever. So this person is called Deleted. Thinking that men need women in order to dress well and look good. I think we do. I mean, not need, but it's a great assist. I like it. It's a great assist. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more, and then I gotta get going. Let's see. All right, this one looks good. Stop spouting all that beauty is on the inside bullshit if you don't actually have that opinion. Don't say that you love me for who I am, then cheat on me because I have a slight lazy eye. That's not an excuse, Emma. You cunt. Dang, that's wild. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know, dude. Go see an optometrician or something like that. Is that the eye doctor? Go see an eye doctor. Maybe they can help you with that. All right, one more. Stop taking up the entire bed and then call us the bed hog in public. You know who you are. I mean, there's a lot of personal. There's a lot of personal stuff on here. I know. People are very upset today. Wild. All right. Well, that is our podcast for today. I took up enough of you guys' amazing time. Thank you guys for who popped in and asked some questions and made me dive deeper into shoving my compliments down that person's throat. You are going to take my compliment, and if you don't, you can fight me. But anyways, that's our show. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. Bye. I don't know how to do this shit. Boop, boop, boop.